Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is the final and last day of 2022, Saturday, December 31st. 2022, starting tomorrow, we have to refer to the year as 2023. I am wearing an appropriate t-shirt because I'm going to be heading over to Epcot first and then Magic Kingdom to watch the fireworks there. A grand spectacle, if ever there was one. And I'll probably hit up a couple of resorts as well. I'm going to go TTC first, Transportation Ticket Center, take the monorail to Epcot, do the loop, look at some construction down there in the little area, and then head over to Magic Kingdom. I'll do some stuff at Epcot, go to Magic Kingdom via TTC and the resort walk, Polynesian, Grand Floridian. I'm inviting you to join me. Even just saying it sounds like a lot. The year is over. What the heck? Where did the time go? Join me. Shall you? As you can see, it's only like 1:20 right now, give or take. So a long way to go till midnight. Want to make the best of the afternoon into the evening. Is the bicycle minute hand going to move? Is it just going to sit there? Oh, there it goes. All right, I'm off. I-4 westbound going pretty smooth right now. I don't want to say this is a tradition. Ooh, I just felt a drop of rain. But back in 2014 into 15, so New Year's Eve 14 into 15, went to Disneyland for New Year's Eve fireworks, and I've pretty consistently been in a Disney park watching the fireworks ever since then, give or take, give or take. I'm also interested to see how busy and how packed the park is going to be with the reservation system. I was able to get a reservation, surprisingly, 2019 into 2020, New Year's Eve 19 into 20. It was so packed you couldn't even move in there. And then counteract that with New Year's 2019, or 2020 into 21. 2020 was an interesting year. The parks were open here. They weren't open out in California. So New Year's Eve 2020 into 21, limited capacity. Was sitting on the hub grass with some friends at the stroke of midnight. Nothing happened. It'll be a little different tonight. There are a heck of a lot of birds in this parking lot. Look at this. Hitchcock would be proud. This is a transportation parking lot. Looks like I'm in Hook 318. I think that's Hook. I'm just gonna walk it though. I'm not gonna take the trams. Monorail yellow going by. Yellow tram, yellow monorail. Even though I'm going to Epcot, the reason I'm parking here is because at the end of the night, this is where I want my car to be, and I'm not gonna stay in the park on Main Street when the fireworks happen. A little trick. Back in 2019 into 20, watching the fireworks from TTC is amazing. Game plan is around 11 p.m. give or take. I'll take the ferry boat back across Seven Seas Lagoon and prepare myself, camp out for a spot over where the ferry boat docks for Fantasy in the Sky. Starts at 11:50, and then they're doing the tag, the New Year's Eve tag, directly at midnight, and it is a sight to behold. Oh, take a look, it's showing a drizzle here at MK for the next few hours. It's 2 o'clock, so 10 hours till New Year's strikes midnight. Went with a peppermint mocha latte. Could this be? Well, this probably will be my last piping hot caffeinated beverage of this year. I really want to know where they're going to put the Walt statue when that finally arrives. Saw it at D23, but I do not know exactly where they're going to put it. You know, Communicore is a thing of the past. Communicore's gone. Got the Connections Cafe over there. Used to be the Fountain of the Nations there in the middle. Club Cool used to be over here. Now Club Cool's on the other side of this little future Esplanade that's going to be here. I cannot wait for this all to be open. I'm calling this, my own words, Epcot 2.0. Oh, look at all the Moana area. Oh, look. It added one piece of the Moana water section down there. I'll tell you what, there was no seats on that monorail, and holding a coffee and a camera while standing and trying to hold onto the bar and film out the window at the same time, that is quite the challenge. Over in the pin store, what's new? Of course, there's a lot of new pins with the 2023 date stamp. We have 6 characters here. and then individual pins themselves right over here. It's going to take some getting used to saying that the number is 2023. But these are pretty cool. I might have to pick up a couple of these at some point. Okay, I picked out 2 just for a little souvenir for the date posterity here. Let's have the 20 is in one color and the 23 is in the other one, just to draw attention that it is a new year. So out of all of them, these are the 2 that I'm going to choose. I think this one spins around, these 4. Yeah, take a look. It kind of spins around. It's almost like a fidget spinner. But take a look at this. Happy Pooh Year. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. There's Tigger right there. Happy Pooh Year. I like that. I'm not going to buy it, but I like it. And I happened to bump into Paging Mr. Morrow, Nate over here at the gift shop, who I didn't realize they have ears inside there.
Look at that, 2023.
And they light up. Now you're doing Epcot tonight, right?
Oh yeah.
You're closing it out here?
I'm closing it out.
I'm closing it out at MK. Would you consider this a fidget spinner? Remember the fidget spinners?
Oh, does it spin?
Yeah, it spins around. Yeah, it spins around. Give it a little spin there. Give it a little...
I call that a fidget spinner.
So it's a makeshift Disney pin and a fidget spinner. We're bringing it back in 2023, Nate.
There we go.
We're bringing it back. A very happy New Year, Paging Mr. Morrow.
Happy New Year.
I was gonna say Merry Christmas, but that was last week. So the joke is, I'll see you next year.
I'll see you next year.
I'll see you next year, Nate. I'll see you next year. I'm gonna use that all night. Oh, the monorail's going by.
Oh, there it is.
You know, I'll see that monorail next year. Or later tonight, when I go over back to Magic Kingdom. That's a good joke, though. I'll see you next year.
It's a good one.
I'll see you next. You can use that if you want.
I'll see you next year.
Try it again. Try it. Okay, pretend I'm just someone walking out and be like, "Oh, good to see you, Nate."
Oh, good. Hey, I'll see you next year.
It's a good one. All right, Nate, I'll see you next year.
See you next year.
I was noticing when I purchased those pins that it gave me 20% off for being an annual pass holder. I believe last week, Christmas week, it was 30% off. I'm gonna stop in the Creation Shop and see if they have any Happy New Year merchandise in here as well. Also, I was told by a cast member in that shop underneath Spaceship Earth that the Disney parks are going to start getting rid of the free bags. So they no longer will give you a bag. All they have left are the large bags in some of the stores. So it's going to be interesting to see if over time, if there's no more bags unless you purchase them. Here's some of the kind of glowing effect 23 merchandise. There's a little soap dispenser merch over there and an assortment of other merch. There's quite a bit of like plushes. There's a little pin that's like a plush you can put on your couch to sit on. There's like a Mickey plush. There's quite an assortment of t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that, cups, coffee cups, mugs, and even a monorail. This is pretty cool. At some point I'm gonna have to buy this. It's like a bag that's shaped like a monorail, front of the monorail, that has 2023 on it. How cool is this? Now over at Club Cool, got one of the Coca-Cola glasses here. I will not be doing a Beverly Challenge in any way, shape, or form. My favorite is the Country Club, so I'm gonna go with the Country Club. I'm gonna ring in the new year with a couple of delicious treats tonight. But the first one is going, well, I had the coffee, but now I'm gonna have Country Club from the Dominican Republic, which I think is my favorite one. Cheers. I actually might do more than one cheers. I might do a series of cheers. Oh, that's good. I like the Dominican, that's good. Just in time for the Jameters. The sing-along part. Hoo! 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 Got a monorail going by right up there. Always love the Jameters. I used to call them the Jaminators, and I realized I was saying it wrong. I was thinking like Terminator and Jameters combined, but it's the Jameters. Just to show some of the wait times at 3:35 p.m. When Spaceship Earth has a 45-minute wait, you know it's a busy day, especially like the Nemo ride in Living Seas when it's 20 minutes. That's usually a complete walk-on. The land, usually a walk-on, 25 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty busy. You know, then you also have Soarin', which is 95 minutes. And 105 minutes for Test Track. I guess Test Track didn't go down because of the inclement weather. And 115 minutes for Frozen. So I'll check out Magic Kingdom too, so I'm gonna head over there now. Scrolled over to MK, Big Thunder 70. I also opted out of Genie Plus today. so I have no access, purchase access to do front of the line or anything like that. 65 for Splash, 55 for Mansion. Pirates is down, 70 minutes for Jingle Cruise. And also, oh, look at 120 minutes for Mine Train over here. And let's see what Space is. 90 minutes. Space Mountain. Oh, real quick, though, I don't think I'm gonna, well, I might go say hi to Figment on the Journey to Imagination ride. But fun fact, when you go in the queue line, there is a book that is behind the stanchions. But if you ask, it's a secret. If you go on into the queue line, and you ask the cast member, they used to, I think they still do, they will allow you to sign the guest book that is on the desk. And since this is New Year's Eve, this is a good time to sign said guest book on New Year's Eve in the Journey to Imagination with Figment Pavilion in the book. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, a little update on what just happened. So I talked to a cast member, they talked to one of their supervisors. Supervisor came out and said, normally they would allow me to do that. You can usually do that anytime. But because the line is so busy over there, they didn't want to draw attention to that, and they didn't want the line to back up even further. So not going to be able to sign the book on New Year's Eve unless that line dissipates, which I do not see happening. I wonder if Winnie the Pooh's had any luck catching any butterflies out there. He's out there trying to get some butterflies with that net over here on this little section. I always look at this little section and I think of like the vast amount of space that Disney World has compared to Disneyland. All right, this is interesting. Usually monorails run every 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes normally, 10 minutes on a busy day. The one I just showed was about 2 or 3 minutes ago. There's been 2 monorails in the last 5 minutes. That is unheard of. Trust me, I know a thing or two about monorails. That kind of threw me off, seeing the other monorail just go by in that last 2 minutes. You definitely know you watch the monorails a lot when you can tell the consistency of how quick they pull into the station, they arrive and depart. I'm gonna say that it's probably on like a 7-minute loop. Normally it's 15, busy times 10. These things are flowing quick. Monorail yellow, and I was correct, also I'm the only one in here. Everyone else is at the front of the train. But the cast member that was opening the gates and loaded on, I asked him, he was saying that they are lucky today because they have 3 monorails on the Epcot loop itself, meaning that every 5 minutes a new one arrives. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Also, I recall a time way back in the day where there used to be a banister right across here. When my family would come here in the 90s, you could lean up against that banister. I'm pretty sure it was there. But years ago, a couple decades ago, they removed the little banister in the middle here. Another monorail coming by right here. See if you can see it out the window. I give you a 5-minute loop monorail. Trying to soak this in. I think this might be the calm before the storm. This will probably be the last empty compartment or any elbow room I really have once I get off at Magic Kingdom. So I'm just trying to soak this in. This surprises me on New Year's Eve, honestly. Without a doubt, not 100% capacity. I mean, this is pretty close to the front area. And then this is looking over this way. And look at that parking lot over there. Not 100% capacity. Although, when I checked at the ticket booth, obviously I have an annual pass, when I checked at the ticket booth on the way into Epcot, if you were buying a one-day ticket, the only one you could buy a one-day ticket for was Animal Kingdom. Magic Kingdom Studios and Epcot sold out. Weird. And now gonna stroll over to the Poly, see if they have a special New Year's Eve treat. One thing I do love about New Year's, for me, it's kind of the end of the holiday season. The holidays for me last for like a while. From September when Halloween begins up until Christmas and then New Year's. I'm kind of ready to get back to normal. I gotta be completely honest with you. And all tomorrow, everything's kind of back to normal. I have made it to the Pineapple Lanai, which I was clued into an item they have today and tomorrow only. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. By my friend Danny702, who used to live here in Florida. And occasionally we would be at New Year's and watch the fireworks and stuff, but she's in Vegas now. She moved back to Vegas. So she got a hold of me and said, you got to try this thing that they have over at the Pineapple Lanai. So I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one over here. It is known as the New Year's Float. Dole Whip Float with passion fruit, orange, guava top juice. And 2003 milk white chocolate medallion, popping candy, boa balls, and cocktail umbrella. There it is for posterity, some would say. Well, I would say. Has a little umbrella as well, just to kind of like protect it from the sun, even though it's kind of overcast today. But yeah, this thing looks pretty delicious. You know, I might actually just go right inside here and consume this in the Polynesian Sanctuary. Well, it's not, I just made that up. But inside of the Poly, a thing of beauty. Well, not just the delicious treat, but also this tiki right here with a lei around it. I'm eating in the foliage here. 2023. Oh, I'm dripping a little bit. Very chocolatey. Too much chocolate. Again, cheers. I think I'm tasting the paper that was layered on the chocolate.
Are you adding the liver?
Even though I think the regular non-New Year's Dole Whips also have a, what do they call that, parasol, not an umbrella. I'm not using the correct terminology. I do love a nice tasty Dole Whip though. But they might be getting ready to do something over here, possibly the flag retreat. Oh dang, they are not doing the railroad today. That kind of stinks. Man, I was thinking about riding the railroad most of the afternoon.
Please join us in singing God Bless America.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flag retreat ceremony here at Magic Kingdom. I've seen it at Disneyland many times. It's really something, you should take the time out of your day if it's happening when you're walking in or if you're in the park and just kind of check it out. It really is like an emotional thing and an amazing thing that they do. And it's just a little under 7 hours before the ceremony. I believe at 6:30 p.m. they're going to be doing a test run, or maybe I think they call it a fake midnight run. So they're doing it at midnight, which I'm going to watch from TTC, but I'm going to be in here when they do the 6:30. I believe it's 6:30. They're going to do the same show that they're going to do at midnight at 6:30. So it's like a fake midnight, I guess you could call it. I have just placed a mobile order here at Casey's Corner. It's not up here on this, but I checked on the app, and they have a holiday dinner dog with cranberry and cheese curds and things like that. So I have ordered that on the mobile order. Even after mobile ordering, and I have been alerted that my mobile order is ready, there is quite a few people in here. This is not even including the line that is down Main Street outside to do a non-mobile order, but not too bad though. I've seen worse. Okay, it took about 5 minutes, not too bad. This is a foot long. Who's got the, I also got the mustard in here for my fries. Spilled a little of my Coca-Cola with a paper straw there. So this is a foot long, which is only $2 more than the regular hot dog. So I figured I'd go ahead and get those. It was $14.29. Did not inquire about an AP discount. Probably should have thrown that in there, but you know what? Probably when you purchase it on the app, it automatically does it. Nonetheless, footlong holiday dinner dog, all beef hot dog, cranberry mustard, savory stuffing, funnel cake, and cheese curds on this thing. Look at that. Goodness. This is a monumental hot dog. Right? I don't even know how to eat this thing. I kind of liked it. I didn't love it. I think the one thing I didn't like about it, I didn't realize it was going to be completely submerged in ketchup. When it comes to baseball, you get a hot dog at a ball game, you really want. I like to have mustard on it. I don't like to put ketchup on it. So, yeah, I think that if I would have known it was going to have all that ketchup on it, probably would not have gotten it. Looking at Rapunzel's tower here, I can hear the Liberty Bell riverboat on Rivers of America, right over here past Haunted Mansion. The last one of the year, 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go get on it. I had kind of hoped to be on the Liberty Bell riverboat around the Rivers of America at 6:30 when the fireworks, the fake midnight they're calling it, was to begin, but that's not gonna happen because the last boat is at 6. Everyone's kind of running on there to get on the last boat of the evening. And you can see there's quite a few people here. Oh, take a look over there. There's a Happy New Year banner in Frontierland next to Country Bear Jamboree. You can see the Aladdin carpets behind. Pretty good view here at this hour. Castle all illuminated. You ever wonder what lies in the plot of land behind Big Thunder Mountain? I'm quoting D23. Gotta wonder what the wait time is on this. And if it's not too bad, maybe I could do a little last ride. Maybe not, I don't know. Pretty busy tonight. Over here by the Frontierland train station. I wish the train was running tonight, but it's not. And they just finished Fantasy in the Sky, and they're about to do the 6:30 tag on the end, which is the New Year's Eve tag. That's just one angle. All right, I found the crowds. They have finally arrived out here. Crowds are here. I've been wandering around a little bit, and I'm noticing this year they're not giving out any hats or any horns at all. Usually they will give out hats, but I'm not seeing anybody walking around with hats or anything. No cast members are handing them out this year, which is unusual. And you know what's kind of cool? It is snowing, no pun intended, it's like snow, but it's fake snowing on Main Street right now. And look at the sheer amount of people that are walking down Main Street, USA. And directly in front of the castle, there's now a full DJ up here. I have walked around the park completely, and I must say, there's only a couple spots where there is not a lot of top 40 music blaring from different DJs. All the regular theme music of the lands is kind of overshadowed by, you know, different DJs and radio music and whatnot. Back over at TTC now, take a look at the crossing of the monorails. Well, you can't see the other one because this one's kind of obscurely blocking it, but the lights are illuminated and flickering. I've never seen the bottom of the monorails flickering like that. I noticed this over when I was walking underneath the monorails a little minute ago, where they board. Check out underneath the bottom of the monorail. Now, since they've been doing the 50th anniversary of Disney World, they have been illuminating the bottoms. This is the only time, for tonight only, that they're doing it where they move. Look. It's like almost like Kit from Knight Rider. It's doing like a pulsing style. Okay, there's one approaching. Pay attention to the flickering lights, the pulsating lights underneath it. Only for tonight. Now over to Studios. It's about 8:30 on the dot. All right, I am in Crossroads of the World right here. The Mickey up here, which is a lightning rod. Gonna head down Hollywood Boulevard and have a little time until head back over to Transportation Ticket Center for the fireworks. And this makes 3 parks on New Year's Eve. All 3 parks open until midnight. Animal Kingdom's the only one that closes before midnight. Every time I stroll through Grand Ave, I miss Streets of America and New York Street. This is all that's left of Streets of America, this little bit right here in Grand Ave. That's all that's left. Over outside, well, in front of the Chinese theater is like just a whole party mood going on here. They got the music playing, they got the smoke up in the air, they got the lights, the strobe lights. It's just a whole vibe and a whole scene over here in front of the Chinese theater. Back where the sorcerer's cap used to be. Thankfully the sorcerer's cap's gone, but now there's like a bunch of smoke and it's full-on party mode on New Year's Eve out here. Studios. I just noticed that Rock and Roller Coaster is a 35-minute standby, and there's no one in the single rider line. Usually single rider is a bad decision on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and get in the single rider line. So yeah, it's just basically right here. G-Force Records, Hollywood, California, artist entrance. At least I get to ride something. One thing I've never noticed this before up here on this guitar. We'll give you some of the info. It says, thank you. Thank you very much. Not with a V-E-R-Y, but a V-E-R-A. Just the way Elvis would have said it. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And this will definitely be the last attraction ride I ever do in 2022. That rhymed. And I think even the single rider line, even when there's no one in the single rider line, even if there's like 20 people in front of you, it still takes longer than the regular standby. I am now making my way back to my vehicle, and I'm going to head over to Transportation Ticket Center and get ready to get a spot to watch the fireworks at 11:50. Fantasy in the Sky, and then right after that, the grand finale at midnight. Welcoming in 2023. Oh my gosh, just saying that. It's wild. And one thing I really like about watching the fireworks from the Transportation and Ticket Center, where the ferry boat drops off just kind of right there at that port, is you do not have to battle the mad rush. Because if you're one of the lucky ones that's gotten stuck in a mass exodus trying to get out of there, and then goodness gracious, you know, for some reason the monorail goes down or the boats go down, you can be waiting there a long time. And plus I think this view's better, personally. Yeah, doesn't that remind you of Knight Rider? This is the only time I've ever seen the monorail bottom carriage do that before. This is definitely, I want to say it's a secret spot. It's like the place to be. It's like, look at this, there's like a lot of people have congregated over here. The ferry boats have stopped running about a half hour ago. They have these spotlights on now. They're getting ready to do Fantasy in the Sky, which is like 7 or 8 minute show, and then they do the countdown, and then 2023 will be here. There's like quite a big congregation of people down there taking photos. Keep in mind, these are the Fantasy in the Sky fireworks. We have not done the New Year's Eve tag yet. That is going to be after this. A little reflection of the water there on the fireworks also. That was the first set. After that, now the count. 20 seconds. 17 seconds. It is almost New Year's. 10 seconds. 10. Oh my God, that is insane. Unbelievable. That is an incredible amount of fireworks. Love all the awards. Had some awards. Look at that. Oh my Lord. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. The vlog and the year is over.